Yaga! Right, so gang, we are back. Another episode. The magic man behind the camera,
Jack.
Mr. Bingley. So,
Because we're not very good at editing.
today, no, it's shit. So, today we're in for push. I'm going to put this down. The reality is, we are now 2.5 weeks out from a show, my first show of the season, and I'm dragging ass a little bit. My tolerance level is like minute.
I might move out.
We pride ourselves on being quite patient. Like we would like to think of ourselves as couple goals a little bit. Like we do everything together, we're the best of friends. But the reality is, I've been a bit of a miserable bastard over the past week, and I am getting progressively worse. But that's prep. I'm hungry. I'm tired, but I am excited, and we're going to get in today. So we got push. Volume is sat around 80% still, and I think it will stay there. We've had changes to food over the past week. I had a good weight drop this morning. I was 1.2 down, best I've ever looked. Glutes are finally coming in. We will show you those later. Party pants are in the bag. New approach training. Yeah, so in terms of how we're going to structure training today for push, from a control aspect, and we talked about this with legs in the last episode, we're focusing on dead stop work. Again, just to make sure that every single rep is completely crisp and perfect and accurate. We're still looking for that elite approach to training. So that's what we're going to do today. Dead stop work for pressing, all push. You have got some different movements today. Mm-hmm. Where are you, Mads? What are you doing? I know you're in Muscle Works in Orpington, but where are you? What's happening with you?
I'm alright.
Right. I'm alright. Selling herself.
I'm waiting patiently for Corey to finish prep so we can start eating and growing. But no, I'm good. I'm recovering from my injury really well. So I trained legs 2 days ago and actually had a really good session. I was able to move a little bit of weight. I managed to squat 60 kilos, 15 reps really nicely. So like I'm coming back. I'm getting there. So I'm on a push session as well today, but some different elements. Like I'm not doing a lot of chest focus work, mainly delt focus work. I'm on pretty much maintenance at the minute. My weight is actually still dropping really nicely. So since I finished prep, I've gone straight up to maintenance, pulled most of my expenditure back, but my weight is still coming down. So I am getting into a nicer body composition, which is good. So continuing to trim to get in a really nice position. When Corey finishes prep, then we can both push and start to grow again. So it's working quite nicely, and I am on more food, so I am more tolerant, so I can be holding the fort.
We said last night, Mads was like, "Paul, just try and stay positive." I'm like, "You eat Cocoa Pops, dark chocolate, and strawberries for your pre-fucking workout. Don't tell me to be tolerant." Like, it's a very, very different place we're in now. But I remember actually her last prep, she was good as gold, like she sailed through. And then on peak week, like she was a fucking nightmare. But I was having a great time. I actually had a 5 guys the night before the show.
Do you know what, the day before I started
What a bastard.
He sat in front of me and ate a 5 guys, what a prick.
Yeah.
Anyway, I might do that.
You ain't. We're gonna finish our logbooks out. Pump and pre-V2 is in. I've doubled up on pre-V2. I've had goat pump today from Complete Strength. I'm actually firing. I'm excited for today's session. Energy levels are high, so let's fucking get into it.
Maybe Jack needs to follow us around all the time so you just stay a little bit more.
Yeah, it's Jack. I'm just excited.
More positive.
This is going to be the story of the day. Readjustments on everything. This Mads is so short. How ill do you think I look?
Don't look ill, just like you need burger.
Burger. Adjusting the machine again. But as you can see, guys, Mads is now sponsored by Jordan.
Look, don't cut me off on
I feel like shit, so it's the only thing that gets me.
Corey's got his favourite shorts on, but Jack didn't get
show
on camera.
show everyone in your new little gym set. Go on, show everyone. Go look, coloration.
Look, don't be jealous.
Matching.
Match yourself. You wanted to match me, so you wore the matching hair?
My hair looks like roadkill. You know that? Come on, fucking see it. All the money. Let's go, Jordan. I mean, money.
Wait till Corey takes his jumper off. He's got matching basketball vest on stage.
Just do your fucking set. Just do your fucking set. Come on. All the way. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, 3. This Cybex press is one of the most, oh, I can't even fucking speak, tell I'm fucking 2 weeks out. It's one of the most comfortable presses I think I've done ever. Mechanics on it are really fucking nice. I think what we've got to remember when we're looking to maximise tension through the pec, it's always going to be our ability to shorten any muscle, in all fairness. And the way that this converges in, with it being cable and pin loaded, the tension is really consistent. So providing you're in a position where you can really brace hard, lock into the machine, just by being able to get those elbows so much closer, in terms of like the press we just did, which again, the elbows, although they will straighten and they will come closer across the chest, this actually converging in allows me to put so much tension through the pec, and it's fucking unbelievable. It's so nice. It's the little things like muffin, converging chest press. I pretend like they're the same thing. One just tastes better.
Right, so Corey's on the flat Cybex now, and I have the Arsenal strength shoulder press now. Obviously, I'm more delt focused. I don't need as much chest development and pec development as Corey. For me, this is more of a shoulder dominant session. So I'm going to set this up and then take you through my step. Told you, it's got a matching basketball vest. Have a look.
Lads wants to speak to me now. Laterals in any form, whether on one of these machines, whether doing cables, whether doing dumbbells. What you want to make sure that you're doing is not shrugging the weight up, because what you're going to do there is overactivate your traps. Obviously really looking at using the side delt here, and this is where we build the cap. So I always strap in so that I don't lose my grip before I lose the strength through my delts. And the important thing here is to push down, extend the delt, and think about scraping the balls to the side of you and dragging out and up. If you bend your arms and think about up, all you do is shrug your shoulders and end up pushing your head forward. You want to keep neutral through the spine, you want to push down into the ground, and you want to think about out, up to about shoulder height, nice and slow on the way back down again. You'll have to drop the weight by about half. Corey, is that enough? Is that going to lie down? It's me trying to get out of this. Always representing.
Why lying on the floor, Paul?
What's that?
Why lying on the floor?
It's just more comfortable than standing up. Less expenditure.
That was unnecessary.
Well,
Risk of injury. Why should you do that?
just wanted to show everyone my agility.
Why are you lying on the floor?
Huh?
Why are you lying on the floor?
Because I'm doing a floor press. Structure and stability, safety, accuracy,
Why do you need to be safe?
control. What's that?
Why do you need to be super safe?
It's super important at this stage in prep, for the 17th time, guys, if you get this far into the videos, that we are stimulating, not annihilating. So for something as structured as Smith machine number 1, mechanically structured, mechanically controlled, and also super accurate, we're in a position where we can stimulate the pec without being in a position where we're at risk, and also, just like, I'm just shredded as fuck, man.
And he's tired, so throwing dumbbells up and around isn't a very good idea. He needs a burger.
You're a good egg. Gang, we're going to talk about consistency, all right, and the importance of consistency when looking to make progress, whether you're in a fat loss phase, or whether you're in a progression phase. Consistency is key, yeah? It'll allow you to stay in routine and maximise the session every single time. So, we're going to play the game of what's in the bag, all right? So, apart from Mads' logbook. That's number 1. Okay, yeah, sorry. So as you can see, guys, number 1, we have a raw coaching logbook, all right? Absolute must for tracking progression. All the numbers and all the sessions and all the data in here. Number 1, my own cuffs or our own cuffs. It makes such a difference knowing the handles. Get your own D-handles, consistency, yeah? If you go to a different gym, right, and they don't have D-handles, I don't know why they wouldn't have D-handles, but let's say they were shit or they were fucked. You've got your own D-handles. Sleeves, cuffs. I've been to countless amount of gyms where they don't have cuffs, yeah? Cuffs are a fantastic tool to use when doing anything. Most importantly, we use them for laterals. Really good. Resistance bands, again, part of your programming. Clips. These are all coaching clips. If anybody wants one, drop me a DM. Water. Straps. More resistance bands. Most important thing, just in case you decide to get fruity in the gym, and for you. Most importantly, gang, the reason why I'm telling you this is because if you know that you've got all the equipment you need to have a good session, you cannot fail, yeah? So get yourself a pair of D-handles, get yourself a pair of cuffs, get yourself a pair of straps, get yourself a pair of sleeves. Like, all of these consistently made up over the year will be the difference between you making consistent progress and not. You probably feel those better than I do. What do you reckon, gang? Do you think she feels them better than I do? Exhibit A.
What are those? No shit.
How I motivate Mads when she's doing her set. If you didn't know, guys, I'm pretty lean at the moment. Let's go.
So unimpressed. It's because I see it about 400 times a day.
Brace hard. Doing the stretch, yeah? Doing the stretch, let's go. 1, 2, 2. So although we're using a machine lateral, obviously the tension is taken through the elbow on this machine specifically where the pad is. We're still stabilising through the hands as well. It's super important, and it's the same for things like a hamstring curl. When you're in a position where you're trying to contract and put as much tension through the hamstring as possible, it's important you're stabilising the knee joint, and the way that you stabilise the knee joint is by contracting and putting tension through the calf. So a technique that will take the hamstring curlers will always try and turn our toes towards us. So much like for the lateral raise specifically, even if we're cuffing or loading at the forearm or loading at the elbow, it's super important to try and stabilise the elbow and give yourself enough tension through the lat just by stabilising your entire arm. So that's why we're not holding onto the handle specifically, because the mechanics of it aren't really that good, but by being able to straighten your arms a little bit more, as Mads probably mentioned earlier when she was doing the lateral raise, compressing your shoulders down, thinking out, not up. We want to be in a position where our hands are able to take some tension so we can stabilise the entire arm and maximise the tension through the side back, so side delt. So for anyone that doesn't at the moment, if you are using cuffs for laterals, put something in your hand just for extra grip to stabilise the entire arm and maximise the tension. Go again. Up.
So set up for this on the lateral again. Rory's got a D-handle in his hand to allow him to stabilise the elbow joint. He's got a cuff mid-forearm just above his strap so it stays in place. And the idea here is to have the cable kind of just high shin height, so you're not dragging down from the floor and you're actually able to drag across the body and out and wide, as opposed to if it's low, you're more likely to be thinking about coming up, whereas if you're a little bit higher, you're able to drag across and out.
Really difficult.
We're almost at the end of the session as well, really.
Two more jobs on the agenda. Number one, post-workout photos. Number two, we're going to see some posing. Party pants are coming up.
Corey's finished dancing in his pants.
Jack laughed. You're supposed to cry. I put my heart and soul into that routine, and Jack went. He did really super impressed. Energy's still high, which is good. We've got, because we trained a little bit earlier today, we've got 4 meals. Four meals left for today. In all fairness, we've been going to bed at 9 o'clock. Listen to this, right? So for any of you data lovers out there, at this very moment in time, I am optimal for sleep, I'm optimal for readiness. Oh, I've just got to confirm some activity towards my step goals. Give me 2 seconds, guys. 11,655
This is what happens
steps.
when you go to bed at 8:30 PM at night because you can't do anything else, because you can't eat anymore.
We tried staying up on the weekend to watch Law Abiding Citizen, amazing film. And it got to like 8 o'clock, I got 15 minutes into the film and said I'm going to bed. Matt's just like, what are you talking about? I said, I finished all my meals. Why don't you have a green tea? Fuck you, green tea. I'm going to bed. Hungry. More about the session. Today was very, very good. Mads is on top form now. To be fair, you're dropping weight every week, like clockwork. Just shows the importance of a stress-free body is a responsive one. Mads is on point at the moment. Her recovery, her rehab for her knees are on point. Her physique and composition's coming in. Her performance is going up. Like everything is on. I feel
take the pressure away and take the stress away.
Take the stress away, and the body responds. And it's taught us a lot for our next comp and all comps moving forward for our guys and girls. But today was a super positive one. Energy's high. 2.5 weeks out now.
You're still matching everything as well, pretty much.
Yeah. I'm on the ball. Like I feel alright. It is hard. It is tough. Like I won't bullshit you guys. Like I'll be super honest and open with you always. That I am struggling, but that's the reality of prep. Doesn't matter how prepared you are, when you're lean, life is fucking difficult. It pulls a lot, but I feel good. I'll make it up to you, I promise. Me and Mads are booked all day already.
Do you know what? It's the day after the Arnold.
100% just flying the fuck out of here.
You said when should I show court? Yeah, on the Sunday. Okay, Monday we're booking a flight.
Monday morning we're going to be on a flight. But it's good. It's time. That'll be time for me to give back to Mads. Most importantly, because she is dealing with a stroppy, stressy Slee at the moment. 3 S's, but we're going to get through it. But 2.5 weeks out, guys. For everyone supporting, for everyone backing us, sending me positive messages, as always, much love. We will catch up with you next week. I think next week's going to be our last leg day.
Last leg day.
Last leg day with the boy, with the main man. Much love to Jack as always.
And then Jack will be with us potentially show day. Always around.
Yeah.
Are we still trying to persuade him to borrow him for the whole day?
For the whole fucking day.
He just doesn't want to spend that much time with us.
Couple of hours is enough for you fucking clowns.
You two are just fucking so annoying. I just don't want to spend all day with you.
But
stay posted so you can win it over.
Yeah. Stay posted. All the love. Peace.
Thank you.
See you soon.